Crypto the New Money is offering assistance with setting up 1. Crypto exchanges, 2. Google Authenticator, 3. Cold storage hardware wallets, 4. Web3 wallets, 5. DeFi, 6. DEX, 7. Farming, 8. Staking, 9. NFTs. Email learn@cryptothenew.money.
Hello YouTube. Today we're going to talk about Evmos, the Ethereum Virtual Machine Cosmos Bridge interoperable layer 1 protocol for helping move Ethereum over to Cosmos, dApps, and whatever. I'm trying to figure out why the price is going down. So we're going to dig into an overview of all the information that I've been able to find. Currently on CoinMarketCap we're at 67 cents. We did get down to 64 or maybe a little lower, which was the all-time low for Evmos. So you can see the chart where we started at and how we've went down, and it was just a massive crash, which people would look at and consider that it was being done, manipulated, or done by a whale. But from what I've found, there's no proof of that, and we'll go over that here in a minute. Now, Evmos, let's get into the fundamentals of the project and why the price movement down long term isn't going to be a big deal, in my opinion. Evmos has a contract now for the USDC, so the digital dollar coin that was created by Circle with the comptroller of the currency, Brian Brooks. When he was there, they worked together to put this framework in place for this new digital dollar system. So the fact that Evmos has a contract now for the USDC is kind of a big deal. It's not showing on their actual page for Circle. If you look at it, you'll see Ethereum, Algorand, Solana, Hedera, Polygon, Flow, Tron, Stellar, Avalanche, where you can click on these actual individually and go and read about each project in this development of the digital dollar and how they're all going to be interoperable. The cross-chain swaps, which is going to be something that's offered on the Evmos. But when you go to Circle and dig in more, you'll see that there's additional projects that are Cosmos, Near, Optimus, Polkadot, all going to also support and have USDC available. So this USDC is becoming your major player for a safe stable coin. Unlike Tether, which was just revealed that possibly up to 2/3 of all of the USDT that's been created was pushed into the market through FTX. So that's not a positive thing and could be a black swan type event. If Tether goes down, the market could take a hard hit, but I think it'll bounce back up if it does. So just something to be aware of. The Evmos Coinbase, this is just another chart that shows you that they don't support it yet, but gives you the graph for the 1 day, the 1 hour. You can see that it's hit the bottom. It looks like it's maybe going back up. And they have audits, so the network is proven to be safe at this point. You operating with compatibility enabled between Ethereum and Cosmos, which Cosmos is one of the more promising projects in the whole blockchain industry with the IBC. So I like Cosmos. Now, as far as Evmos, some of the Web3 apps and projects built on the system already, and this is shows you all of the projects. You've got different finance. You know, you can come and read on this and look at these things, but different wallets. This is the big one that we're looking at, though, Anchorage, along with working with MetaMask. And so we go into the Anchorage. You'll see it's a federally chartered crypto bank in the U.S., the first one. It allows for institutions to custody, invest, and have their assets staked so that they can make a passive income on them while they're invested in them. So Anchorage is partnered up with Evmos. And Anchorage Digital, if you research it here, it says introducing Anchorage Digital Bank, the first federally chartered digital asset bank. So we know that it was announced in the beginning of November that the Evmos core developers did a token sale for $27 million to Polychain Capital, which Polychain Capital happens to be the number one validator for the Evmos chain. So they bought $27 million worth of tokens. At what kind of price? Did they get a discount? With that information I don't have access to, but usually when you buy over the counter like that, you get a little bit of a discount. But even at whatever price they paid, looking at their history on the Mint Scan, the Block Explorer, it shows that they haven't been selling any of the tokens and actually been buying more during this price decline. Other partners behind the Evmos is the Galaxy Digital, which is a big player, the Huobi, or however you say it, Hashkey Capital, Coinbase Ventures, then Circle Ventures, again, the Circle, the digital dollar. So Evmos is a player with big money in it. They wouldn't have their money in it if they didn't believe in it. If you want to get Evmos, currently, you know, as an American, one of the easiest ways to do it is to go through the Osmosis DEX on Cosmo Hub. You know, it's a independent chain built on the Cosmos that you can send in Atom tokens and swap for Evmos. Then you can send the Evmos over and stake it if you want. Now this is showing the delegated amount of tokens from Polychain, the ones that bought the $27 million worth of tokens. And once they bought, you can see the delegation went up, and it's just continuing to go up even though the price is going down. This is the price of the value of the assets that are staked. So we don't see a dumping of tokens. What we see is that the amount of tokens that do come available for sale, there's not buyers. The liquidity in the market for new buyers currently is not there. So the price of the tokens is just going down, supply and demand. It doesn't take very many tokens to run the price down if you have no buyers. You got Citadel 1. Their delegation is still going up. Not really too much of a dump. Just a little drop there and then back up. Slow climb back up. Stake Lab, same thing. Continuing to go up with the delegation. The Cosmos Station is the only one that I see that has a decline of about 500,000 tokens since it hit the peak here around the 7th, around the FTX BlockFi collapse that the whole market took a hit on. So I think some of that may be playing into the fact that the buyers, the money is just not there at the moment to buy and invest into Evmos. even though the EVMOS has the best return for staking at the moment, the spins or disperse, or however you say this, I don't know, the validator is also going up. So no decline or dumping of the delegation of tokens from this. So you're seeing even the daily rewards, a lot of those tokens are being rolled into the stake and increasing the holdings. Some are being sold and the buyers are not there to buy the tokens that do come available. I think it's a short-term project or problem that you'll see correct itself when the market recovers from this FTX collapse. That, you know, that's a big hit to the market right after the Luna collapse earlier in the year, and now that. So a lot of people are scared to come in at this point. They got to get some confidence back in the market. But Orbital Apes, their delegation dropped but went back up, so they're still holding pretty steady. SG1, which is one of your bigger validators for the Cosmos itself, the Atom token, they had a pretty steady increase in their delegation. And like I said, you have 135% staking APR right now, so as far as EVMOS, that's a high return. Anybody getting in at this point, it's all-time low price pretty much. If you know, not financial advice, but if you can hold out and this project maintains and develops that $27 million that they got from selling those tokens was all for developing projects, funding dApps, just to build the use case, the core use cases of this project between Ethereum and Cosmos. So once they can actually get that implemented, as this whole blockchain technology is adopted globally, this project is just going to have more use cases and more demand for the token, more increase in the price, and then until they get the staking return down lower, more people are just going to come into it just because of the return on the APR. Anyways, that's just a quick overview of why it looks like the price is going down. It's just a lack of buyers. Not really that it's being dumped by any big player, any whales that I can see or find or research or anybody commenting on any of the social media. So I think it's just a matter of being patient and waiting it out. So I thank y'all for watching, and until next time, have a good day.